Alright, so we're going to do an audio test on the new Nest Cam battery. This is an audio test on the Nest Cam battery. Another one, a new Google Nest Cam. This is the 2021 Google Nest Cam. This is for outdoor or indoor. Very, very beautiful device here. So I'm gonna make a review video here in a couple of weeks and show you more of the app and everything like that. For now, we'll get on the overhead rig, we'll unbox it, we'll grab our Google Home app, we'll go through the setup process and set this camera up and see what it's like. First, make sure you click that like button for me, click subscribe, and indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. Now, let's unbox and set up the new Google Nest camera. Now let's unbox and set up the new Nest Cam. Now this is outdoor or indoor, has a battery built in, and also I even purchased the $30 Nest Cam stand. I'll get into this one in a separate video. For now, this will just be the Nest Cam setup and unboxing. So the front, Nest Cam with the beautiful camera on it, outdoor or indoor, battery, the Google G logo on the top, security, rain or shine on the side, 1080p HD with night vision, phone alerts, easy wire-free installation, and of course works with Google. And here you can see optional indoor stand and weatherproof wiring sold separately. I didn't get the wire, they were sold out. Back, this is the bottom. Check in on home 24/7, and then Google Nest Cam with the specifications. 2 megapixel color sensor, 6x digital zoom, video up to 1080p, 1920 by 1080, at 30 frames per second, H.264 encoding with HDR, 130-degree field of view, audio, it has speakers and a microphone, night vision with 6 high-power infrared LEDs, and a 3.3-foot cable length. And it can operate in temperatures of -4 degrees all the way to 104 degrees. So that's, it's never above 104 degrees or -4 degrees here in Georgia. So I shouldn't have anything to worry about. And it's weather resistant. Ooh, Google reflective logo. So let's open this up. This is considered the top. So here's the bottom. Get into the plastic. Oh. It's got a little tear tab. Look at that. I love these. It's just very easy to peel. Now we're ready to take it out. There we go. Wow, it actually has some weight to it. Oh, and that's a really strong magnet. Wow. You really gotta use strength to take this magnet off. I don't even know if my queen could take the magnet off. Nice. Save this QR code. Handle with care and keep this area looking like new. So here's the charge port. It's proprietary, but it looks like it's very weatherproof because it's like some type of magnetic charging. Speaker on the bottom. Looks like that would be your reset button on the back. And that's essentially it. That's just the base. Peel this off. Very nice. What else we got in the box? Some cardboard. Let's get started guide. Typical safety crap, and what to do. Oh, they even give you a spot to place your QR. Oh, so this little QR code can pop out of this. See, it's like a sticker to be placed right here. Very, very helpful. There's that cable, little proprietary metal connectors to a USB port, and shockingly, they included a power brick. Nothing comes with a power brick now. Even the Pixel 6 will not come with a power brick, so I'm surprised they gave one. And then in the bottom, that's your mounting plate. This is what you mount to your wall. That then turns into this like so. This camera is much bigger than I thought. Like, for whatever reason, when I look at that, I pictured it being small, like the size of a Wise camera. But it's pretty big in size.
That's what she said.
And then some screws and anchors down there. And so there we go. There is the new Nest Cam unboxing. Now we will get into the setup and then we'll go place it outside and actually put it up. Alright, so before we get into the setup, I am gonna open this included proprietary little cable here, plug this into my dock, and then we're gonna let this thing charge up. Look at that. That's like MagSafe on a Google device. Very nice. We'll let this charge for a little bit and we'll let this charge for a little bit and then we'll come back and we'll set up the camera. I must say I did notice this warning. Strong magnets. If
If you have a pacemaker or other implanted medical device, maintain a safe distance. That's probably good to know and something I honestly would have never thought about. And I removed the anchors and screws. I must say, these are like nice screws. I feel like this is the same thing that came with my Nest thermostat sensor. A nice like metal, almost feels like unbreakable screw. Also, one other thing about this is this part is magnetic. Technically, like I can show you here, you don't have to screw in this plate if you have something metal that you can just stick this to, because you can stick this to your metal siding or the metal roof or whatever you have that's metal, and then of course just attach your camera. Now my camera is charged for a little bit, a lot longer than I originally planned, but that's because apparently at 8 in the morning everyone around me in Smyrna wanted to cut grass. So to set up the new Nest Cam, of course, launch your Google Home app and then tap your plus button in the top left corner, set up a device, and then since it's an actual Google device, you'll select new device, choose your address, which should only be one, and then let it look for devices. Now it asks what you're setting up, so tons of options here. We will select camera, and then Nest Cam battery, and then scan the QR code. Now for whatever reason, the actual device does not have a physical QR code on it, which I guess is good and bad in case someone stole your camera, but it's on this little sticker. Swipe the sticker, and once you swipe the sticker, it knows you have the new Nest Cam battery. So we'll continue. Yeah, we'll agree. Here's more of those usage guidelines. Look at that. Nest Cam is weather resistant, but it is not weatherproof. Next, next, sure. And then it even tells you here, remove the QR code sticker and place it on the quick start guide. Saving the QR code will make it easier to set up this camera again later. Now, while this is a great thing to do, I think, I would personally suggest that you take a photo of this QR code and put it in your Google Photos or whatever cloud storage you use. And then if you ever needed to set this camera up again, you just scroll back to the day you first set it up and boom, you can set it up. All right, plug in your camera indoors. We have already did that. It's been charging. It's got the blue little pulsating light there. And then where are you putting this camera? I'm going to say outdoors and connecting to your device. And we'll let this go through its process for Wi-Fi networks. I'm a little surprised it doesn't know this, considering I have Nest Wi-Fi and I'm on Nest Wi-Fi, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Wireless. The Google Home app can automatically get your Wi-Fi password from Smith's Wireless from this phone or tablet. So yeah, grab that Wi-Fi password for me, and then we'll let it connect to Wi-Fi. Hey, I think it just connected. And there it is. Nest Cam has joined your network. Where is this device? We don't know if we have outside lights. We have outside. Here we go. We're going to go with backyard. So apparently I already have a backyard camera. Oh yeah, I do, from Wise. Okay, so yeah, backyard camera 2, and getting your device ready. This may take a minute. Downloading an update, installing update. I see now the little light is white. Making progress over here. Update finished. Check your camera's view and Wi-Fi connection. Unplug your camera and place it in the area you plan to install it. And so there we go. Not too shabby. We'll go ahead and click next. What will you use to mount your camera? We're just going to say magnetic mount in box, and then this is just going to give you your options. So I'm going to say we have metal, and if you're planning to keep your camera plugged in, plan the cable route. That makes perfectly sense if you have the cable. And for the height, 6 to 6.5 feet above the ground is recommended. And if you plan to use familiar face detection, be sure to install the camera at this height to make sure visitors will approach the camera at an angle where the faces are clearly visible. Oh, and if you plan to use battery power for your camera, its motion sensor will also work best when it's mounted upright at this height. So 6 feet it is. And if you plan to mount your camera higher than 6.5 feet above the ground, you'll need to purchase a made for Google mount accessory. Why? That don't make sense. Attach the magnetic plate, and as I mentioned, with this being magnet, it'll just stick right to it, and then your camera sticks to it, and then attach the camera to the magnetic mount to make sure the camera is upright, and adjust the view, which we'll do all this in a minute. A green light will turn on or remain on whenever your camera is active and processing or recording video. When the light on your camera is blinking green, a home member is viewing the live video. Choose whether you want to turn on video recording. Yes, I do. And we want the microphone on, and we want the audio recording as well. Getting your device ready. This should be the final steps, and then we'll take this thing outside, set it up real quick. whoops, you're all set. And so right now it's showing as off because of course it's plugged in and charging. And in the settings, if you wanted to hardwire it, you'd have to go in and change those settings, or else it would just be off when it's plugged in. That's why it wants to know whether you're using the battery or what. Now let's take this camera outside and plug it up real quick and check out this video feed. We will unplug our little magnetic cable. I must say, I love that cable. I think this will be coming soon to phones. One other thing I was going to mention is if you do use this mount, you just take these two screws, put them through the two holes, mount it however you want, and then this mount just goes into these little 4 grooves with the same little 4 grooves on here. So you put it in here, you rotate it, and boom, this is stuck to your wall, and then you're ready to mount your camera every which way.
Alright, so currently this is the back deck at the new place. As you can see, this used to have a pool in it, and we are planning to put this pool back. We're going to cut the deck back out, drop in another above ground pool. One thing I'm going to have for this pool most definitely is a camera. And so I think I'm going to mount my camera right here, right on this pole at approximately 6 feet. Now there's of course a couple of ways you can do this. Just do one screw at a time, of course. Screw in your first screw and then screw in your second screw. You could also use the plate without the screws in it currently to mark the holes and then drill your holes to put in the anchors. Since it's wood though, I'm not going to need those anchors. So now my plate is mounted on the wall where I want it. This is approximately 6 feet. I didn't exactly measure, but I'm 5'8" and it's about 4 inches ahead of me, so 6 feet. Now we have our little magnetic plate here. Like I mentioned, these grooves go right in with these grooves. And so this plate should essentially just slide on like so and turn. My G logo is crooked, but nobody will see that. Now, last but not least, take your beautiful new Nest Cam battery and then just bam, whichever way you want it. Now, I was curious about the angles here. So we can go, oh yeah, look at that. It can look straight down. It can look straight up all the way to the side. All right, so yeah, this thing can be mounted almost any way. I'm just gonna have mine pointed like that, and that should really do it. Now it's set up. Let's go take a look at some of the video footage. And as I mentioned, this back porch is designed for like a 24-foot pool, and this Nest camera seems to get the whole entire back porch, so pretty good field of view, at least in my opinion. And this is an audio video test on the new Nest Cam battery. Alright, so we're going to do an audio test on the new Nest Cam battery. This is an audio test on the Nest Cam battery. Hey you, get out of my yard. I have to say, I think that sounded pretty good because I was able to vaguely hear it from my carport where I walked out front to say that, so seems pretty loud and clear. Now of course I have the Google TV as well as a Nest Hub, so hey, show me the backyard camera too, and then it should pull a live feed.
Okay, streaming the backyard camera too.
Look at that. Sound and everything. Very nice. And of course you have the same option here with your Google TV. Just hold your remote. Show me the backyard camera too.
Sorry, it looks like Master Bedroom TV 2 doesn't support streaming from the backyard camera 2.
Oh, so you can't use it on a Google TV. Very interesting. Now let's see if it works on the Lenovo Google Assistant Smart Display. Hey Google, show me the backyard camera too.
Alright, streaming the backyard camera 2.
There we go. Works like a charm. I am very surprised though it does not work on the Google TV, and quite confused at why it doesn't work on the Google TV. And so this is what you see in the app. I'll go into more detail on this on the actual review, but you get your battery percent front and center, and when you select live feed, it brings up the camera. You can hear the sound there, and then of course you can zoom into something. Very, very nice. And that will essentially do it for the new Nest Cam battery. Now, from what I've seen so far, I truly love this thing. I honestly think it's one of the best home security cameras that I've bought, but of course, for the price tag of this thing, it better be. I am going to come back in a couple of weeks here with a full review once I've had a week or two to actually use this thing and check out some of the other features. Also, in a couple of days, we'll unbox the stand and we'll set it up and see kind of what the stand looks like and how the stand works. And outside of that, I'm just very, very surprised that it does not work on my new Chromecast with Google TV. That's very surprising. I can pull up my Wise cameras on this, so why the Nest camera won't work is beyond me. But that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Make sure you subscribe so that you can check out the other Nest Cam reviews, as well as the new Nest doorbell battery video that I posted yesterday. I'll be doing a review on it in a week or two as well. Please click that like button for me, click subscribe. Make sure you indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com to get yourself some of the merch, and I'll see you all in the next video. Deuces.